Oscar Klefbom, you got a guy that's played more than any guy in the league at this point. You're playing him on power play, playing him a ton on 5-on-5, PK. Is this the right way to do it?
I think that number gets skewed because of the 2 minutes on the power play. I think all those guys, we got a unique power play that I've never seen it before, where guys can play 2 minutes and usually I'm like, hey, you can't play 2 minutes, you'd be tired. But our power play is unique, that they can stay out there because they have so much zone time.
So you're not changing that?
No. I think, what's our ranking right now?
Pretty good.
We'll be all right.
You don't find a lot of defensemen, though, that play both the defense, all
I think it'll start to, with Lars coming back now, that'll start to hopefully come down maybe a little bit, but for the most part he's handled it well. He's had a couple games where he was real high there. I mean, the one against when Benning got hurt was a high minute one, so you keep those things in perspective.
Okay, so you've watched him play for a long time. Now you got him and you're watching every shift. What are you seeing that's different, that's better, that you didn't know when you walked in the door here?
I think it's understated on how well he does a lot of things. You know, like you look at him, he's always been kind of, he's not a top player in the league, but he's, you know, a real good player. But until you see him every day and see all the little things he does every day, now you get, your appreciation grows from him. Because when you're an opposing coach, you don't dissect that team. You look at their structure, how they play, but you don't dissect each player. When you're the coach of the team, you watch what every player is doing. You understand what they're doing and what they're bringing to your team. And so you see a guy like that, it's, when he's on the ice that much, he must be doing some good things. So that's what we think of him.
Dave, 26, 27 minutes, does that not bother you as long as they're effective minutes? In other words, is there a need to bring his ice time down?
It's game to game.
Yeah.
Game to game. There's some games when you're in a tight game and you want to play the players you think gives you the best chance to win, you play them. There's other games where you don't play them as much. That's just, you can't go into every game saying, okay, he's going to play this much, he's going to play, because the game doesn't dictate that. Between how many power plays, how many penalty kills, matchups, there's a lot of things that go into how you structure a game or how you're going to win a game. And it's amazing. You might have the thought going into the game, and then halfway through the game you're revising your thought process because the game has gone one way or the other. You know, whether you're protecting the league, chasing the game, there's a lot of things that come into play. But ultimately you sit there and you look at your bench and you look at players. Do you think you can put in a situation that they can help you win the most? And that's what you do.
Kara, how was JJ? He didn't play much after getting hit with that shot.
Yeah, he was a little bit sore, but seems all right today. I think there's a good chance he'll play tomorrow.
Dave, what have been your impressions of Caleb thus far?
Solid. Last night was probably the game that he, of the ones he's played, probably wasn't quite as good last night. But he's a good, like his skating is good. He's got a good stick. He's been real simple with his play, which has been really good. So he's been solid. He's been solid. I mean, I didn't like. He wasn't the only one that I, didn't think played as well as he had before. But we had a lot of guys in that boat last night. But pretty solid, and for coming up, he's, like I say, he's not making big mistakes. He's trying to just be a real solid guy and defend well, move the puck well, and that's what we've seen from him.
Any chance that Manning will play tomorrow?
I don't know. Do you want him to play?
Apparently somebody said he was
he's available. No, that's a good question.
In Caleb Jones's place.
No, I think Caleb's deserved to play another game.
When a guy like Leon fingers himself and says he played crappy, have you had that on a team before where your captain is more, or one of your captains is more than willing to say, I was terrible?
It just shows that he understands the game. I didn't argue with him.
What have you seen from James Neal so far this season?
Opportunistic guy, brings a lot of juice to our room. Good veteran pro. Yeah, he's scores around the net, great hands around the net, and he's been a nice addition to our team.
Dave, just going back to the defense here, when you see guys like Caleb Jones and Ethan Bear, especially Bear, assuming the minutes that he has, what does that mean for this organization to have guys coming through the pipeline?
Well, it gives the team depth, and it's homegrown depth, which is defensemen are hard to find in this league, and if you can grow your own, that's a big bonus. And we've got some young players coming that really have bright futures. So for them to jump in and play the minutes they have been, it's it shows well for the organization.